Welcome to Bexley Test 5, question 20. Step 1, turn up the mic right now. Here we go. Every single question, you can always pause the video, have a go, do it yourself, then unpause, see how I do it. 1 yard is equal to 0.9144 meters. Doesn't matter. We apply this to the question. How many meters in 9 yards? Normal question, guys. Normal question. We're going from 1 yard to 9 yards. This could really be question 1 in the exam. So we times by 9. Do the same thing. What if I told you you could get this question correct in 1 second? You might be thinking William is crazy. He's crazy. No, he is not crazy. Times 9. Look at the last bit. What is 4 times 9? 36. You might be thinking, well, I have to work out the rest. No, you don't. That's the skillful thing. Look at among your answers. That is the answer. That's how we can get this question in 1 second. Now they're being really nice. How could they have made it harder? There could have been a few numbers with 6 at the end. I'm just going to finish it off just to prove it is that. But in the real exam, you could just quickly move on to question 21. Time matters. What a fantastic question. You see, I've checked the mark scheme. They didn't even mention this cool trick. They're just giving the method. Mark scheme might not be good enough. I'm glad you're watching this video. 4 times 9 is still 36, plus 3 is 39. 1 times 9 is still 9, plus 3 is 12. 9 times 9, 81, plus 1, 82. There we go. 0 times 9 is still 0, plus 8. So it's going to be that one anyway. Fantastic, cool question. Next. Question 21. Already this looks like a headache of a question. So much to read just for 1 mark. You're joking. So it is test strategy. It's totally up to you. I say this to my students. If a question seems too long, it is totally okay to skip it. Just make a note. You might underline it. Come back later. Get the easy questions right. Do you remember the question we just did? That was just 10 seconds. Then you come back to this long one. Here we go. Because it's a video, I'll go through it now. Here is a part of a timetable for trains from Finchley Road, the top one. At different times, Lucy and Will board trains. Yeah, they're getting on at that place at the same time. As Lucy arrives at Highbury and Islington, this bit. Will arrives at Kentish West. Okay, that bit. Whose train left Finchley Road earlier and by how long? Okay, so really, you see the green and the blue bit. Those are the parts that you need to focus on. And this is the important bit at the same time. So we need to scan these 2 rows, hoping to find a time which is the same for both trains. 7:22, 7:32, there we go. There's your spot. Here, here. Okay, so what, Will? So what? Well, look, keep going. 7:42, 7:42, 52, 52. There's one more. 8:02 here. Okay, so what's the point? Really? I mean, this question is so wordy, I don't even like it. I hate this question. But I think I've understood it, checking the mark scheme to help you guys. Look at the difference between these two. When one person, Lucy, arrives at Highbury and Islington, then Will arrives at Kentish Town West. And there's always a 10-minute difference. So that's the first thing to notice. Look at these options here. Let's cross off the ones that are not 10 minutes. And if we look at this, Lucy gets there first. So it is because Lucy's the first person I mentioned, so we left 10 minutes earlier. It's too wordy. Yuck. But hey, B is the answer. Next. Question 22. Robert is paid £2.40 for every 50 newspapers he delivers. Write it with me. £2.40 equals 50 newspapers. If Robert is paid £6, put that underneath, leave a gap. How many newspapers does he deliver? standard question. This could also be near the start of the paper. They're being really mean, actually. Can you see some of the questions so far in this series? They're really tough. And guess what? They put some of the easy ones in the end. My goodness, it's like they don't want you to get it right. That's not nice. Exam strategy. One step. You might actually quickly just flick through the paper and see, near the end, there might be some really easy. There might be some easier questions. Here we go. Okay. With numbers, what's the thing that is common between numbers? Factors. If we look at £2.40 and £6, we could change it into pennies if you want. I don't really mind. Should we do that? Yes, why not? Helps a little bit. 600p. Okay, well, so what, William? So what? Well, I say this to other people. You want to go to a factor. So if we look at 240 and 600, what's the highest common factor they share? Now, that might be a bit difficult. Should I go to just another factor, like 10 or 20? Yeah, let's go for 20, because that might be okay. Maybe bigger. Maybe bigger. You know what? How about this? You look at 240 and 50. They're both in what times table? 2. I know they're both in the 10 times table, but 2 also works. Let's go there. So why is he saying this? Because we're looking ahead a little bit. How we go from 240 to 120, we divide by 2. And maths is all about doing the same thing to the other number. Divide 2 here, divide 2 here. So we have 50 divide 2 equals 25 newspapers. And now we're just a step away. We can get there. 120 times what? Well, just think of it like this bit. 12 times what equals 60? Well, we know our 12 times table. So that'll be times by 5. Do it. Don't be lazy. You can pause the video now. 5 seconds. What is 25 times 5? Don't be lazy. $125. There we go. Tick. Before I move on to another question, you might have felt, well, maybe it's a bit lucky that William got 120. You are correct. You are correct. So I'm going to pretend that maybe there's another factor we can go to. So we're still trying to go to 600 pennies. Right, let's just pick a different factor. Well, I said 10 before. You know what? I think that's a fantastic choice. Because that's the easiest choice, which is really what I should have stuck with. So what is William saying? 24p. That means you get paid 24p if this person delivers 5 newspapers. And now we just find a way to get really close. 24 to 600. You could actually divide again and in times. That might be a nice way to see it. Or rather than just me. You see, I know straight away because I can get there in one go, but you might not be able to. 24 and 600, they're both in what times table? 6. So let's go to 6. We go to a factor. 6p. Divide by 4. That's the pink arrow. Do the same thing here. What's 5 divide 4? Well, just treat it like 5.00 divide 4. And if you just quickly do short division, that will be 1.25. Okay, 1.25 newspapers. Well, you can't really have that, but hang on, I haven't finished. So we're going from here, and now we go from 6p to 600p. And that is times by 100, and we do the same thing. It is exactly the same answer. I'm glad I went through this example, just in a different way. 1.25 times 100, well, whenever we multiply a number by 100, how do we do it properly? If it's a decimal number, we just move that decimal 2 places to your right, and we have the answer 125 newspapers. Good stuff. So we're 9 minutes in, job done. So just a few questions in this video, that's totally fine. My normal way to end these videos, guys. Top left corner will be the previous video, and bottom left corner will be the next one. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.